The bellhop's laughter echoed off the cold marble walls. Beside them, a giant balloon dog wobbled on its cart. Booty took a deep, shaky breath, feeling the weight of his family's gaze. He had to fix this. He had to reclaim his dignity. He turned to the receptionist, Linda, adjusting his posture. "Listen," he said, his voice trembling slightly. "I am a respected accountant. This knows. It is a complete accident. Just give us our room key." Linda opened her mouth to speak, but she was interrupted. A man in a sharp navy suit stepped forward, his presence commanding silence. The hotel manager had arrived. He looked at Booty with a practiced expression. He glanced at the live stream, still buzzing on Raka's phone. "Mr. Pratama," the manager said smoothly, his voice like silk. "We love the content you are creating. Really, it is quite unique. But we have a situation." He tapped his tablet, the screen glowing. "Your actual luggage? They were never lost here." A security video played, showing a delivery truck loading their bags. "It is heading to a warehouse in Brooklyn. Mistaken routing." "Brooklyn?" Booty shouted, his voice cracking. The word felt like a blow. Despair washed over him, and his hands flew up in a wild gesture. As he waved his arms, his plastic red nose swung wildly. The nose struck a small fire alarm lever. Click! A single second of absolute crushing silence filled the lobby. Then, a deafening hiss erupted from the ceiling. The sprinklers activated instantly, turning the lobby into a drowning chamber. Cold, pressurized water poured down like a tropical storm. Guests screamed, scattering like frightened birds. The giant balloon dog began to deflate, letting out a sad, squeaking noise. Water splashed violently onto the electronics, the computers flickering. Linda ducked under the counter for cover as the deluge grew heavier. "My phone!" Raka yelled, his voice barely audible over the roar. He shoved the device deep into his wet shirt, trying to save his stream. Santi grabbed Booty by his soaked collar, her eyes wide with fury. "You set off the sprinklers. With your face, Booty! With your face!" She began dragging him toward the exit through the rising puddles. "Move! Before security arrests us for domestic terrorism!" They sprinted through the revolving doors, bursting out onto 7th Avenue. The city air was cool, and rain began to mix with the lobby water. Tourists stopped in their tracks to watch the spectacle. Phones came out instantly, capturing the sight of the soaked family. "Is this part of the show?" a tourist asked, leaning in with the camera. Booty wiped the freezing water from his eyes, his breath coming in gasps. "No show," he gasped, shivering violently. "Just a living nightmare." Santi pointed down the crowded street. "There it is!" she screamed. A delivery truck was turning the corner several blocks away. "If we lose that truck, we have nothing. No clothes, no dignity." Booty looked at his family. Something inside him snapped. "Run," he commanded, his voice firm. "We catch that truck!" They took off into the crowd, a wet, chaotic parade chasing justice.